had to bring the prop. Good morning. In 1985, I was first elected to the board after being a member only 3 years. I was honored and came out of the sanctuary, the place where we used to hold the annual meeting, very happy. I loved the senior minister's social justice activism and preaching, and I had met many fun and committed people. As soon as I reached the gallery, someone came up to me and excitedly said, "Congratulations on your election. You know we're circulating a petition to force a vote to fire the senior minister." Huh? I had no idea that everyone didn't like the senior minister like I did. It turns out that the dilemma was an excellent introduction to the strength of our many leaders and the value of being on the board. I quickly realized that the board, like the congregation, was evenly divided on liking, loving, or hating the senior minister. But what I didn't expect was the care, the carefulness, and wisdom that my slightly older but much wiser trustees gave to the community. Supporters and opponents of the minister on the board worked together to determine how to talk with each other, to find out the depth of the problem, figure out if they were solvable, and what we could do together. I learned a lot in my first term on the board. I learned how to agree on processes which would provide information that would determine the result. I learned how dedicated, intelligent, and committed the community, others in the community were to the community and to the whole congregation. I learned about the humanity and warmth of my fellow trustees. I learned what my strengths were, how to increase my ability to understand and to work with people, and how to benefit from contact with people whose views differed from mine. My 1985 introduction to being a trustee was probably the most objectively difficult of my 4 stints as a member of the board. But every time I've been honored to be elected to the board, I've learned a great deal about myself, how to interact with people you care about, and, well, how to lead. I'm currently in my 3rd iteration of being moderator of the board, and I want to share my understanding how important it is to our society that our society adopted the New England town meeting terminology and called the presiding officer moderator, not president. Think about presidents. We elect presidents, okay. Think about presidents in general. We elect presidents because of their agendas, and we expect them to take office and make things happen. I view the role of moderator as having a different charge. To me, a moderator smooths things out. They make sure that processes are followed and that there are agendas for action, that the bylaws are followed, that each trustee is encouraged to use the gifts that they have in areas they care about to strengthen the community. I believe the moderator needs to make sure that new trustees are given support, information, and guidance so they're comfortable using their talents to help with the board's responsibilities. I view my job as moderator as being somewhat of an encouraging and understanding nag. Have you signed up to do introductions? No? Okay. Are you comfortable in front of people? Okay. Then could you sign up for a Sunday this month? Or, okay, you don't like standing in front of crowds. I won't bug you again. You're doing a great job working with as a committee liaison, and you're really pulling your weight. Thank you. If I were president of the board, I might be tempted to push parts of the Unitarian Universalism that appeals to me personally. Maybe I'd have a social justice agenda that would have me pushing the rights of miniature long-haired dachshunds to be the official city mascot. That's not funny. Or some other personal button. But thanks to being on the board with wise, caring, fellow Unitarian Universalists, I really appreciate being moderator and not president. I like helping trustees accomplish things, support each other, and learn from each other just as I have learned. As a trustee, I've experienced a lot of valuable moments. I've worked closely with a lot of incredibly wonderful people. I have discovered a lot about myself and how to lead. Thank you all very much for allowing me to be a member of the Board of Trustees and moderator of the First Unitarian Universalist Society of San Francisco.